Spaceship time. Right. I am going to fly around a bit. Let's log in. Oh, is this the cinematic for the arrival of the big baddies? Well, the bigger big baddies. Spooky. Even Thargoids do the leap of shame. And then all of a sudden, everybody gets fucked. That's you fucked, mate. Everything's covered in Thargoid jizz. Hmm. You see, that's all well and good, but I've seen that now, and it plays every time you start up. So, as per the same with the last one they did, where it was great the first time. Maybe you want to see it a second time, but then like every other time it was just like, nah, I had enough of that now. So, what can I say other than spaceships? Oh, I need to. Right, I've been messing with my settings to change them round. Okay. Okay. I'm not going to use the crate just yet and show you how bad I am at shooting aliens. I'm going to get the clipper out, the fully dilated, and do some passenger runs, some evacuation runs. See if we can get some people evacuated. Let's see what the current situation is in the galaxy at the moment. If I just zoom out a little bit, you'll see this first cluster of systems at war. Then there's another cluster of systems and another cluster of systems that the Thargoids have invaded. I'm not sure much is happening, to be honest, with these other systems because, like, everyone seems to be focused on the first group, so not a lot going on with some of the others, I don't think. It's like no. Yeah, there's a lot of attention on some of these systems in here, in this area, to try and reclaim it. Oh, Machiru's got some purple. So I know 63 Eridani has a port that I can get a big ship into. I think HIP 23716. You see, this is the sort of purple is the humanity fighting back. So 63 Aridani's got a little bit. 2371 HIP 23716 has got a lot. Yes, pretty much. Right, where are we? So let's check the situation. So there is still to go to Wakata Station and pick up refugees, or I could go to Wolf Orbital, pick up refugees there while under fire. Uh, 63 Aridani look like. What's going on there? Port there isn't under a direct attack either. Probably 63 Aridani is you have to ship the passengers further. There's HIP 237, whatever it's called, 23716. You don't have to schlep them as far to get them to safety. So let's select that. Yeah, so the reference to dilation was my current ship that I'm in. The just zoom out and get the camera around it. There's an Imperial cutter, one of the biggest ships in the game, size-wise and capacity-wise. Not the biggest, I don't think, capacity-wise, but it's one of the biggest. There's a nameplate, fully dilated, because of its girth and because of its general shape. So I'm going to take off. We're going to try and dodge some aliens and evacuate some passengers. The Imperial Goatsy. Exactly. I think I've still got passenger cabins. Yes, I am still loaded with passenger cabins. You can load it with different grades of passenger cabin. You can have like economy class, business class, luxury. But when you're shipping refugees from the war zone, you only need the... Oh, that's interesting. It's not actually capturing the sound from the game. I note. Stupid thing. Yes, thank you. Thank you. That's better. Right. Let's do some hyperspace jumps. See if we get harassed by giant throbbing alien things. Thargoids. So when you're doing passenger runs, your ship isn't really built for fighting Thargoids, fighting the aliens. So the idea is very much run away. Which is fine because this ship's reasonably fast. It's got that capability to just leg it if anything kicks off. And it probably will. Oh great, I've got a fucking Helen Keller, the fleet carrier. That's a player-named ship. The Hutton Helper, that's another one. Because mine's got a very sensible name. Mine's called Whack My Bonobo. Not like all these other silly names. So we'll see if we get pulled by the Thargoid police on the way in. Probably will. There's usually a high possibility of them pulling you out of hyperspace as you try to jump into a system that they're invading. You'll soon see that if it happens. Yep, there we go. So rather than just popping out at the start, we get the wobbly wobbly. And that happens. I'll do and then you get it making groaning noises at you. There it is. firing at me. I'm going that way, away from it, hopefully. Because like I say, I'm not in any way built to deal with that. Fuck's sake. Why would you watch Avatar on any day, never mind premiere day? See, I do just about have enough boost speed to get away from it. Just. That type of ship, anyway. At least once you've been done once, you can't be done again. I don't think so, anyway. Let's find the station. I'm going to Wakata Station, where it's already selected. And again, while you're zipping around stations that the aliens are lurking in, you can get grabbed out of hyperdrive as well and attacked. So again, it's a case of have a ship that's quick enough to run for it and survive while it's running for it. It's been, 3D TV was so long ago, most people have now gotten rid of the 3D TVs because they wanted 4K TVs. I can't believe they're making Avatar in 3D just to make it obvious just how pointless the whole enterprise is. Of course it is. They couldn't waste all the extra money if it wasn't fully filmed in 3D, not just a conversion. Premeditated 3D, not just jumping on the bandwagon. The whole 3D craze will come around again, just like virtual reality came around again. Virtual reality, which is doing so well. Oculus have had to crank up the price of all their headsets. Because Facebook don't want to subsidise it anymore. Oh, here come the baddies. Type of nasty has got me. Not a lot of point trying to resist them tagging you. It's another interceptor. Again, the aim of the game here isn't to turn and fight. The aim of the game is to leg it as quickly as possible, because he will smash me up. I'm in no way kitted out to fight Thargoids in this ship. It's just a big pile of hull reinforcements of passenger cabins with a big thruster at one end. Yes, absolutely. I thrust them out of the cargo hatch and they die. What's this? I shouldn't do. Go, there's our space station. Because I'm massively lazy, I do have a docking computer. This ship. When the stations have been bashed up a little bit more, you can't actually use your docking computer. You have to fly in manually. Not that flying in manually is actually that much of a problem once you're used to it. It's just, yeah, it's just laziness more than anything to use the auto dock in this ship. He's actually playing Blue Danube in the background, but you probably can't hear it because the music's turned down. See that I crafted its big thrusting prow, penetrating the mail slot. The camera's not allowed inside. Well, it is, but it doesn't fly through the station. If you do this again now, you get the external camera.
Landing gear deployed.
No, they've at least sorted that out in the, what is it, 34th century we're in the game, I think. Just repair those few dings caused by being smashed up by aliens, and let's see who wants to make a quick escape from the system. Oh, I've just done that. And I haven't done that. Mission board, passenger lounge. Let's see who we're going to offer the way out. Say 90, or 80. Maxes out at 80 refugees. They all want to go to the same place because that's where the rescue ship is that I need to take them to. Take 2 loads of 4. A load of 80. How many slots have I got? 128. Oh, I've got more on this one. I think I've only got 80 slots. 128, 144, 152. I can nearly take 2 lots of 80, but I can't. Take 3 lots of 50, maybe. Right, I'm doing this partly for Federation rank, so I'm going to also pick the Federal ones first if there are any. Just goes to show. 25, that'll do. Build cabins. And there must be one more I can do, surely. Ah, yes. To do 3627, let's see what they're offering. Biotech conductors. Biotech conductors. Modified embedded firmware. Yes, it's some ED. It's a bit odd ED. Just doing some refugee shipping. Mind you, that one gives me more money. I want money, or do I want? Let's go for the items. Okay, and oh, I can take these 18 as well. Well, there we go then. You're coming with me, lads. You all get to live as well. You don't get melted by the Thargoids. I would never start a new run on this because I would never put in the time it's taken me to get to this stage with the current run again. Right, so auto launch, and now we need to go to zoom out, find the rescue ship that I need to go to. Taraktor. Yeah, you can pick which ones you could do. They're all paying they all pay a standard rate, unfortunately, so you have to sort of differentiate. Stop doing that. The auto launch on this ship is terrible. It does that basically. It's alright docking, but it doesn't launch properly. Story of my life. There we go. Right, we're at the space station. Oh, you want? Have you been killing aliens, Dave? Gotta kill some aliens. There we go. Murder flowers. Yeah, I have the docking computer on usually if I'm doing things like shipping freights around, or if I'm shipping like loads of tritium to the fleet carrier. So I can just basically get sort of click 3 buttons and it's almost all done for me. Use super cruise assist, auto dock, auto launch, super cruise assist, and then auto dock at the other end. You want to do some, oh mind you, you have to have Odyssey for it, but you want to do some exobiology before they nerf the payment rates back down. They're massively inflated at the moment, so they're thinking of dropping them again. Because they were originally extremely shit for the amount of time it took, and now they've massively increased them. Go then, get yourself an Artemis. Is it Artemis suit? I think it's Artemis. I've got one here. Yeah, Artemis suit. I've got a suit called Murder Time, which has just 2 murderous weapons on it. Super Choppy Banger, which is my thieving suit, and then Plant Wanker, which is my plant scanning suit. We're going to Tarak Tor to the rescue ship with a load of refugees on board. Lest Space Nigel Farage won't let us. Still the best part about this game, the hyperspace jump. It's not a space pacer, actually. Well, you've probably overdosed on cheese, Dave. That was a lot of cheese.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh shit. Yeah, no, it's not a sprint. It's not a sprinter or a pacer. It's an imperial cutter. Basically, it's the flashy high-speed train. It's like a Chinese high-speed train, is how I would liken it, because it's built off the back of an empire that uses slave labour for everything. But you can't really see it. It's a very dark purple and I'm backlit.
Frameshift drive charging. Ready to engage.
Come on. Oh. Why is my throttle not working? Oh, there we go. You had no such ship in Frontier, you're probably thinking of the Imperial Trader. Just so you know. Photo mode, control alt space. Well, it is. I think that's the default anyway. You can set it in the control menu. I think it's general controls. To camera suite. Yeah. Can't believe you've been playing so long you didn't know that one. Fuck's sake, Dave. That's been in the game a long time. In the good old days, you used to have a ship with a big canopy like this and try and turn off the turn off the interface, and then try and take pictures basically against the blankest part that you could find, and then crop them. Yeah, I mean, I use it more for taking pictures of planets and stuff. My actual ships are mostly quite ugly. The Cutter's probably the most visually attractive ship that I own, because that's what the Empire's all about. It's much like Dubai, for example, or Qatar. You've got all the big shiny skyscrapers to distract you from the slave labour that built it all. I mean, I'm top ranked with the Empire. My Empire rank is King, so it's not like I'm without blame in this, because you have to be. Can't remember the rank now, but you have to be a certain rank to buy the Cutter. It's not the top one, but it's like a few for the top. Exactly. The slaves misbehave, you can just jettison them and then scoot them back up when they've turned into meat. I think it's turned into bio-waste on this one. Yeah. There's not much threat from anything in this system. Once you're outside the war zone, you're pretty much alright. At the moment, anyway. You do get attacked by the odd human ship. Having said that. You get the odd human ship that launches in. And says, hey, stop evacuating people. I'm not having that. Probably, no, there we go. There we go. I dread to think what Daddy is doing at any given point. It's usually something disgraceful that's going to upset people. Right. Yeah, it's just gone a bit shit at this end. I don't know what's up with it. It was absolutely perfect, and then people started watching and it went to shit. That's my excuse. I blame Twitch. It's not my Wi-Fi at all. It's coming back again now. It's not as bad. There we go, there's a rescue ship. Again, I'm going to be lazy as fucking use the auto dock. Just zoom out and watch the ship dock itself, really. Bit of Monday night docking action. See, the route it tries to take is just silly. Exactly. If people weren't watching, my Wi-Fi would be fine. It's got alright again now. Really don't know what it is that keeps fucking it up. other than it's just Wi-Fi and that's what it is. Well, hang on. Turn the music up and then you'll be able to hear the music. It's stopped now because it's just finished docking. Oh well.
Successful. Engines.
Yeah, it does play Blue Danube when you put the auto dock on. Not when you're docking normally, just when you have the auto dock on. Okay, now we can go to our mission board, claim our rewards for our passengers that we've saved from the war zone.
Incoming message.
Go, so you've got the reputation there with the Federation. I want the money, I'm not bothered about reputation with an independent organisation. We're not in a space station, it's a ship. We're docked on a big ship. Take those things here, look. Oh, hang on. I have to back out so you can see. We're just on a landing pad on a big ship. It's going any faster. Well, there we go. Big rescue ship. I could go inside it as well, but I don't want to. We're just going to launch and go back to the carrier. I'll go and pick up the... I don't. If I need anything, I probably need like one repeater for the top of the stairs. Is what I need. Or, you know, an Ethernet cable. That would also help.
Engaged.
And place it when you launch. Look, there you go. Plot route back to the carrier while it's that. They've launched now, it's stopped. Well, you see my carrier soon. That's got stuff inside it. People and everything.
Frameshift drive charging.
Lovely. It's fine. You just have to play it for about 8 years so that it all becomes clear. You get perfect muscle memory on how to access it all. No barrier to entry at all, really. Well, look, we're going to the planet of the stealth assassins.
Frameshift drive charging.
That's a little tiny bit like what the Thargoid stuff is like, kind of, but about 1 billion times more grindy. Tutorials, for sure I say. There wasn't a tutorial when I started playing. It gets good after 8 years, yeah. No, it's much better than on the BBC Micro. It's got graphics and everything. Excuse me, what about all the orange? There's a lot more orange now than there was on the BBC. BBC can't even do that colour orange, can it? Let's go to Nookups.
Frameshift drive charging.
You could play in VR, Chinny, though you'd be sick and confused. It is very cool in VR, but it's also a lot of faff to set it up. To plug the headset in and everything. Can't be arsed. Just play it on a monitor, it's fine. Right. The passenger comfort indicator is the fact that the spaceship is still in one piece and hasn't been blown to pieces. Passengers are fairly comfortable with that. I assume the passenger cabins have like lots of harnesses and safety gear in them because of the way that I fly spaceships isn't any better than the way I drive trains. Sometimes I fly trains, but not deliberately. When things go very, very wrong in Train Simulator with the simulation and they launch. I'm gonna fly past my carrier. Hey, look, at least my spaceship turned up eventually and evacuated some people. Mostly. God, this ship takes forever to turn. Or maybe I just turned the wrong way. Would have been quicker and easier to go the other way. That's Twitch for you. Gambling and PS6 games are all the rage. I'm sure it's thoroughly sanitised every time.
Permission granted. A landing pad has been assigned to you. Docking requires confirmed. Assisted approach is go.
Landing gear deployed.
go. And we're down. Just about.
Landing complete. Commence shutdown. Enjoy your stay with us.
You see a bit better now in the lights of the light. But not that much, right? It's a very kind of like dark purple paint job. There you go, there's the carrier. Well, put it this way, somebody must be handling sanitation on my carrier. Because it ain't me. Yeah, well, you know, I'm not a very subtle commander. Get out and have a bit of a wander around now.
No gravity. Magnetic contact active.
Yeah, magnetic contact, exactly. So it's a pretty large ship. All that cargo passenger space or cargo space in it. It's a bit like a jumbo jet type affair. Like the music in the lifts. Don't want to get out of the lift now. Kicks you out though. So you can't just stand in there blocking it for everybody else. So what else have I got on my ship? I haven't got that. I've got the plant
Can I be of assistance?
genomics.
Biodata you wish to sell? Our scientists are keen for new data.
Ah, are you?
Feel free to return once you've gathered some biodata.
I do fucking pay them. Jesus. Then I've got a pilot's lounge as well. All people lurking around in here, look. I'd rather they weren't, to be honest. They're a bunch of freeloading bastards. It's not like I make any money from them fucking drinks or whatever. I just get charged upkeep for the bar.
Something I can get you, Commander? Trading, selling, or both?
You can trade with the bar. You can trade stuff with the bartender, or get the bartender to sell stuff to other people. So, like, I can sell stuff to him if I want to. I haven't got anything to sell to him, to be honest.
All right.
It's not set up that way.
Like
I-
an idiot, I ran out of fuel once.
And then if we come forward here to the command deck this way. So this is where you have to sit if you're a pleb. If you're just like a pleb along for the ride, you sit down here. When the carrier jumps. No, I know nobody's got any respect for me really. I mean, the traffic controller just treats you like a normal random pilot as well. But I do get my own seat, look. This is my special commander seat where I command the carrier from. Exactly. I'm meant to be able to use that. Let's sit down. There we go, that's better. There's all my space carrier management stuff. So I can tell it to do a jump. I can set the budget up. Commodity trading is for the bartender. So that tells the bartender what you want to buy, or lets you sell things through the bartender to other people. Oh, sorry, the bartender menu does that. Or you've got commodities, so if you've got stuff on board you want to sell to people, or you want to buy stuff from people, you can do that through the carrier. You can change the look. You can change who's allowed to land. Yeah. You can keep all your ships there. Only 5 billion credits, plus weekly upkeep. It's a bargain, really. So my weekly upkeep is 16.415885 credits. 16,415,000. Based on the services I've got active and the basic upkeep, so that covers like the staffing and the maintenance and stuff. So if it's costing me that every week, I bet it makes some money every week. Although I have got lots of money already, so lots of filthy lucre earned while exploring mostly. And a load earned while mining to get the fleet carrier. Space hentai streaming is included to every room on the carrier. What do I need a bridge crew for? You're all fired. I can fly it myself. I feel like I'm very much a CEO in this operation. The most I can do is tell it where to jump to next, and then everybody else makes that happen. I just set the overall, I want it here type strategy. Right, I'm going to get back in my sheep. Sheep? Get back in my sheep. Get back in my ship and then change to a different ship. We'll go and see if we can find an alien to kill. Well, that's not going to be difficult. The right type of alien that I'm going to kill. You're going to go and enjoy Dead Space, the tribute act. I haven't played Dead Space. I'm not really interested in Dead Space. And everything about Callisto Project Protocol, says it's just like Dead Space, but a new version. So I'm not really interested in that either. Right. Shipyard. Let's get the old crate out. Armageddon out of here. Okay, let me just double check I'm set up. Excuse me properly, need to get some limpets on board for repair.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Go, limpets on board, and my fire group set up properly. Okay. Oh please, I'm old enough to remember how, well, no, to be fair, I never had a 28k modem, I had a 33.6, so I'm not that old after all, ha! I don't know if I like Dead Space or not, I've just never bothered with it, and never felt the urge to, so... Let's go to Match Shearer and see if there's anything. Oh, all my fancy auto docking's off now, but also in a much more nimble, faster ship, so docking's less painful in general anyway. Much smaller ship as well. Look, there I am, in my little seat, being a pilot dude.
Scan detected.
You're going to hear a lot of that boosting sound.
Now departed the no-fire zone. We'll see you soon, Commander.
That's the fattest I can make, the commander. The daddy of all space trains. Probably wouldn't go that far. Let me turn on combat mode as well, because we're going to need that. A minute. Let's go and see if we can find some aliens to fight with.
Frameshift drive charging.
I'll note before I start this, I in no way good at fighting the aliens. I'm not claiming to be good at it. I could just, you know, knock a few over and take ridiculous amounts of damage while doing it. Oh, hang on. Let's see what we get here. Just got the one. What type is it though? Single Cyclops by the look of it. Is it? Or is that a Bassie? I'm not very good at this. I think that's a basilisk. In which case I'm leaving. Actually, I need to take the swarm out anyway before I... No, it's just a Cyclops. I'm just being a massive wuss. Come on. Not hitting any of the little bastards. This. This isn't going well. Right. I'm not very good with these guns, that's... You know what, I said I wasn't good at this. I wasn't kidding. There we go, I shot one of his legs off. That's what I was trying to do. Now I need to leg it because he's going to come after me and try and zap me. Got a repair limpet in place. My shields are recharging. It is actually quite similar to Frontier in terms of the way the combat works. It's zoom and boom. Only against these things. It's more dynamic against players. It's more like dogfighting. These things, though, require very different tactics to against players. As you can see. To deal with these shitty little things. So whereas before you'd get like 1 or 2 Thargons chucked at you in Elite, these chuck out big swarms of them. You have to blow up using your flat cannon. There we go, that's his swarm done. He's going to chuck out another one now. He's still got a bit of shield left. There he goes. So that red colour is him launching a new swarm, and you'll see it there. Uh-oh.
Taking damage.
So we just basically blast past these, then turn round. And chuck flak at them. Oh, he's dead. Cool. Then we go after the big bastard. And hope we don't die when that happens. Just going after his lightning. That's not going to work, mate. You have to shoot his glowing leg off for great damage. Where's he gone? Oh, he's behind me. That's not good. No, thank you. I don't want to be lightninged. There you go. Shot another leg off. Or blown up another heart, I suppose, in official Elite terminology. Another repair limpet out. Might rearm my flak while running away from him. There's my flak launcher recharge. Far enough away from him, he's dropped off my scanner, but you'll still be able to see a big angry red glow behind me. He'll chuck his oh, have I lost my repair drone? Put another one on. There we go. Just about to see him out there. They can fly pretty quickly, but they've got a long turning circle. They've got a longer turning circle than I have, so if I blast past him at full boost, it won't be able to keep up with that turn, and it falls behind. Just waiting for his shields to drop off. In fact, we're probably fine to start going back towards it now. Go and knock his swarm over again if he's not put one out. I can't see another swarm. He's due to... There it is. See, he's now way into my rear view mirror. Ah! You don't really want to let the swarm do that because it will come for you. Right, let's blast past him. Turn around and deal with those swarmers. This is the way to deal with these if you're on your own. You can get into a big group and kick the big ones right in the fanny as well, but there is no just charge up to him and shoot him in the face. I hit him then. To be honest, there's not that many of them left. I think I'll go after the big ship again. switch to the right weapons. Uh-oh. Well, I'm going to get fucked, but he's going to get fucked in return. There you go, shot his leg off. Oh, here you go, we're going to get shut down now. Now there's going to be trouble. Okay. Might be in a bit of trouble here. Don't know if I was far enough away from it when I boosted. Soon find out if I start dying. Systems will come back up in a couple of seconds. I was just about far enough away to get away with it. They got a weapon range of about 3 kilometres. On to the repair limpet, not the flak. Oops. See if I can take out these Thargons, the swarm. Where are they? There they are. They're a bit far away yet. Oh, I've got a few. A few more. Oh, there we go. Ah, four's plenty. Plenty. Few enough for me to bother with. Change back to my main guns. Go back at the... What's going on here? I'm getting whacked by something at speed. Oh, the swarm's chasing me, that's why. Let's put a new swarm out. That's why I'm getting plastered. Why are they 6k away? Little bastards, get here.
Malfunction.
Oops, that's no good. Where's the danger daisy gone? Run away! Run away! Right. Once that shield's gone, because he's got like 88% on it now, he's dead. Which is good because I'm running out of munitions because I'm such a bad shot. The flat cannon. And just generally at flying against Thargoids. See, normally, like, a good pilot wouldn't have taken much damage, if any, here. But obviously, because I'm me, that isn't the case. See if I can pot shot a couple of swarmers before we go back against the big boy. Apparently not. Doesn't matter. Dead. That's how you kill Thargoids very, very, very badly. Like that, you should be a lot better at flying than I am to really do that properly. But it's dead. That's the main thing. It's left with a sense of regret, having pulled over a ship that then proceeded to just flip-flop everywhere and then kill it eventually.
Shields online.
Where's his gas cloud? When they die, they spit out a huge gas cloud that basically melts your ship very quickly if you get caught in it. Don't know where his is. Oh well. As long as I don't fly through it, it's fine. Guns away.
Frameshift drive charging.
Go and get repaired now. Mind you, I can't get restocked in this system because the having done all that, because the landing pads are buggered. System go to that isn't screwed. Yeah, that one will do. Or should do.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, but if you go and look at how like the good pilots kill Thargoids, it's a lot better than that. I just kind of flip-flop around a bit and eventually succeed, hopefully, with a ship that should be able to do it a lot more easily than I make it appear. But it's still dead. That's the thing at the end of the day, innit? So we head for Zarn plant. Or not. Another angry Thargoid after me. Fighting you, mate, you can piss right off. I know my limits, and it's maybe one of them before I have to repair and restock the entire ship before going for another one. These, by the way, those ones that we've just seen are like the really weedy ones. They're like the lowest tier of Thargoid Interceptor. The next ones up are much faster and do more damage. And then there are other ones up that aren't particularly fast, but they do massive amounts of damage. Like stupid amounts. And where his swarm is only 32 Thargons, the other ones go up rapidly. So you have one with 64, one with 96, and then the top tier one is 128. Those little things all shooting you at the same time. So you can imagine how well that goes. Also, the next tier up from that one is a lot faster, as I said, so you can't just like boom and zoom and run away from it. It will catch you. It can go just as fast as you can. Unless you're in a specially engineered ship that can go faster. So basically, rather than doing what I do, you actually have to learn to fight them properly. To fight the bigger ones. Or get into a big gang and just like group love, inverted commas, it. Not allowed to say what I was going to say on Twitch. That would be rude. Gang bang it. Gank it. I have to work out where landing pad 3 is. Probably there. It looks landing paddy. Oh, I've hit thrust. That's not going to help. Put the gear down. That slows you down usually rapidly. It also stops you doing stupid things like hitting the boost button. The gear's down. This ship with its landing gear down is nearly as fast as my ASP when it has its landing gear up. I think the ASP goes at like 200 something. Just over 200. This isn't even all that fast in the scale of things. You can get much faster ships than this. You just require a bit more engineering for the speed. There we go. Got any missions, mate? Got any missions? So, where it's got like these different mythical names, these are the different types of Thargoid Interceptor. So Hydra is the really big one, or the really tough one. Medusa is the next one down. Basilisk is the one above, the one we just killed. And the one we just killed is a Cyclops. And there are these little farty ships called Scouts that just like ping around with one gun and kill things by annoying them to death mostly. You see there's a load more evacuation missions here. Let's go and see if we can find another big boy to fillet, kill, whatever you want to call it. Might as well do cash in my bond now, just in case anything goes wrong. Get my 8 million credits. Let's go and see if we can find another one to play with. See if I can do a better job of it this time. So have you seen there's various ways to find them? They can predict you. You can find them in the signal sources, or they'll interdict you while you're flying around the system. Those rogue signal source things are more big Thargoid mothership type things coming in. What have we got here? AX weapons fire. We can go have a look at that. See what's going on there. They've got these conflict zones as well. You can go to a conflict zone and there'll be Thargoids in there pinging around, being wankers. Where's that AX fire? It's a conflict zone, it was AX fire. Detected or something. Point of interest. Vanished. I'll get interdicted in a minute anyway, then that'll find me one. It must have been right on the system, right out there then. Oh, there it is. How far away? Oh, 20 minutes. Oh, I'll go have a look at this. If we get that far, we don't get grabbed first by something. Stupid nose is lifting up. Need something with his joystick. Needs its dead zone and fixing. Much more fun when I'm scanning rocks, to be honest. I'm not as good at this as I am at scanning rocks. Still, I can always run away. I'm always able to run away when it goes horribly wrong. Usually. Should take you to go look at the Maelstrom, really. Go look at the big, giant Thargoid fart cloud. Thargoid, no, Thargoid, TH, not F. Thargoid fart cloud. See what happens here first. Fartroid. Pant shitting terror. Ay ay ay. I don't even know how to moderate stuff in this. Where is it? There it is. Dear oh dear, now I've overshot by 3,000 light seconds because I was messing around getting rid of that bot. So I couldn't get the options to do it to pop up. Never mind. Should ask Elon Musk how to do it. He's obviously the expert of getting rid of all bots. Let's see what's going on here. I'd imagine it's Thargoid Scouts being a threat for. Come on. This slow speed shit when you're coming up to a thing, but if you speed up then you overshoot it massively is quite annoying. It's always been this way, and it's always been annoying. Right, what have we got? We've just got a load of broken stuff. What's that over there? Thargoid Scouts? Yes, Thargoid Scouts. So these little shitty things are... Oh, there's actually a load of ships flying around as well. Well... yeah, they exploding a great big caustic cloud as well that can eat your shields. Oh, they've killed them all. There must be more coming in. Yeah, there's these big fleets of anti-Xeno ships floating around now. You're no longer just on your own, or like there's one random ship. You have to be quick if you want to murder them. Thargoids, that is. That's basically dead as soon as it spawned in. These guys aren't pissing about. So there's some salvage gear here. I could potentially go and scoop up while they're killing Thargoids. But my cargo hold's full of limpets, so they can deal with that, I don't care. It's just interesting watching them go for it. Got him. Oh, we got an interceptor. Now there's a big boy. He's going to knock everybody out. There is a way to avoid that, but I've not got it fitted to the ship. Because normally, when you're going one-on-one against the interceptors, you can avoid that. But if one just randomly appears in the instance... Oh, he's going to shoot me down, is he? Anchor. Things aren't going well for me. Oh, no! No, no, no. I'm not sticking around with that thing. No wonder I'm getting fucked. That's one of the harder ones. It's a basilisk. My attempts to run, as you can see, aren't coming to very much. The NPC's actually doing anything to it? Like, are they going to exert its hearts to me so I can join in killing it, or what? Or is it just going to float around murdering everybody? It's the latter, isn't it? Yeah, no, I'm not turning around to play with him. He can fuck right off. He's all yours, boys. See you later. Brave, brave Sir Robin indeed. So yeah, you can get into some trouble if you take on the bigger ones. Even with all the NPCs there, they weren't really being much help though. They were fine killing the little ones. As soon as a big one appeared, they all just sort of stood around whistling. Then I shot it, and then it started getting a bit hairy. Now I need to repair again, really. They absolutely wreck your internal modules when they shoot you as well. Far going to do. Need module reinforcements as well as hull reinforcements. And the ability to fly a spaceship properly. You need to have the triple threat. This is all demonstration of why normally I'm either doing passenger evacuation runs to help the war effort, or I'm exploring somewhere. Nice quiet activities that aren't going to get me killed, probably. Instead of flying directly at the giant alien monsters, they're going, come on then! I'll fucking have you now, mate. Ah, Dave. There are some really quick and easy ways to make money there. Do a bit of mining, that'll make some money. I mean, a lot of them are quite boring ways as well, unfortunately. But it will get you rich reasonably quick. Yeah, bounty hunting is not going to make you that much. Especially not with a little ship with a little pea shooter on it to start with. Go bounty hunting in a hauler with its single small weapon and shoot them all down with pulse laser. There's this thing actually on Galnet about the haulers today. Let me turn the audio up. voice audio. Turn the music down a bit. Do they? Oh.
Flee from Thargoid offensive. Millions of people are being evacuated from systems that have suffered devastating attacks by Thargoid fleets. An enormous humanitarian effort is underway, with rescue megaships positioned at key locations near each Thargoid-occupied system. Captain Justine Kemp of Rescue Ship Hutner, currently stationed in Eniax, described their operations to Vox Galactica. As per newly established procedures, all contracted transports carrying refugees from systems facing Thargoid invasion of that.
Really, dude? Now is not the time. It's only scouts, but I've not got the hull to deal with them.
Under attack. Taking damage. Frameshift drive charging. 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Directed to our landing base. Emergency teams perform triage services and give direct aid where possible, but the focus is on quickly processing them for relocation to temporary housing away from the war zones. This is the most intense situation I've ever had to deal with. We're taking in enormous numbers
Docking request granted.
of people, not just from starports but from planetary settlements too. Virtually everything in some of these systems is ablaze, and the refugees just keep coming.
Landing gear deployed.
Vox Galactica also published a selection of soundbites from various civilians escaping from Thargoid-occupied systems. It all happened so fast. Our family was eating together when the whole port seemed to shake. My son had befriended a trader who'd landed a few days ago, and he convinced her to take us on board her hauler. The lurches as we
Hauler.
moved through Thargoid ships almost made me bring up the food we'd been enjoying minutes earlier. I was at a starboard observation
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
window when their ships, those weird star-shaped things, zipped right past. Then the other side of the habitat ring just vanished. Fire and splinters of metal. All the sirens blared, and the crowd surged toward the bays. Heat filled the corridors and smoke flogged our lungs. I didn't even see the ship I ended up on, only a sea of panicked
Ship released. Engines engaged.
smeared with grime. I'm looking for my dad. He was injured when I last saw him. Burns from that green, corrosive stuff that punched through our quarters. The commander didn't have room on his ship for everyone.
Frameshift drive charging.
I convinced him to take my dad first.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
But now I can't find him. The medics don't have time to talk to me. I hope he's here somewhere. He's got to be here somewhere. New maelstroms increase Thargoid conquests. Pilots Federation alert. 2 more rogue signal sources have reached human space, wreaking similar destruction to the Taranis maelstrom. The Indra anomaly arrived in the HIP 20567 system, with the LIGO anomaly slowing to a halt in HIP 8887, the maelstroms. As these entities have been classified, both manifested as enormous gaseous clouds. These are known to be extremely hazardous to any ship venturing too close, but the nature of what lies within remains unknown. As with Taranis, each new maelstrom preempted staggering numbers of Thargoid vessels flooding nearby populated systems. Recent reports
That's enough for you.
new maelstroms increased
I
Thargoid
said that's
conquest.
enough. Shut up.
Pilots Federation alert. 2 more rogue signal sources.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Right, let's fly around now until we get molested from behind. Flying around the system with my arse hanging out going, "Cooey boys, come and get some." It's extremely creepy when you see that the owner of the system is Thargoid and the population is none. Because they all fucked. They're either fucked off or they're fucked.
Frameshift drive charging.
Well, no, it does kind of specifically mean human population, I suppose. That's true. That's fair enough. Go back to old hippie 23716 where we were before, picking up refugees.
Frameshift drive charging.
See if we can provoke another pulling over. Sorry, officer, that's my penis. Wait for it. Oh no. Expecting one then. What's that signal source? Oh. Gone is what it is. Guess never mind then if it's gone. Obviously they're all scared of me. I'm saying things like that now to try and get them to stop me. One means if I do get interdicted on a jump, it's going to be two of the little bastards. Just to mess with me.
Frameshift drive charging. Ready to engage. 3, 2, 1.
There we go. Who's coming to say hello today? Right, I count 2, so that's immediately goodbye.
Under attack. Taking damage.
Yeah, not two at once. Can barely do fucking one at once, are the weakest ones. So we ain't doing two at once, because that's just going to end up with me exploding. You can go and look at a wrecked port if you want. That'll probably draw them, and if we fly around this system for a bit, we'll start looking at ports. They get upset if you do that. But there's loads of anti-Xeno, really good anti-Xeno pilots on Twitch. Just go and watch them if you want to see how it should actually be done. This is just like the dicking around version, trying to find the weakest Thargoid interceptor type and then trying not to die. Not running around and kicking the biggest ones in the balls and then shooting them down. There we go, got a friend. It's just a scout. If you're wondering why I'm submitting to these, there's basically no point attempting to win the interdiction against Thargoids. They will win. So you might as well submit and start boosting to get away, because you get your frameshift drive back quicker. Whereas against normal NPC ships you'll be fine. The Thargoids are like super duper interdictors. It's almost like they have a much deeper understanding of supercruise and hyperdrives than we do, and always have had. So basically this is what ports look like when they've been Thargoided. They look very, very green. And when we get around the front you'll see other than the fact that it's covered in alien spaff, the doors are closed, no entry. Oh, here we go. And then they all start coming and sniffing around you. I'm not sticking around to find out what type of bastard appears. That, as you can see, they're not very keen on what do you mean Thargoid vessel? What type of Thargoid vessel? I'm curious now. So you just mean scout, don't you? It's just a scout, mate. Don't be all mysterious and say Thargoid vessel and make me think there's something different happening. Yeah, no, I've got it before the big boys turn up.
Under attack. Frameshift drive charging.
I don't want the big boys, I want the smallest big boy you have. No, that's too big. I mean, I'll definitely find some if I go to the fart cloud. That's not in doubt.
Under attack. Taking damage. Frameshift drive charging.
Gonna have a poke around the fart cloud, eh? I'm not getting the right type of Thargoid to shoot down, so let's go and look in their fart cloud. Unless this is one. Then you'll have to wait, because I'll need to go and repair after fighting it. There's only one of them there. What type it is.
Flight assist off.
Alright, let's have a crack at him.
Flight assist. Under attack. Temperature. Taking damage.
We missed.
Frameshift anomaly.
Yeah, I'm going, because if he's bringing friends, we're not fucking playing that.
Heat sink deployed. Frameshift drive charging.
Nominally detected means he's bringing mates with him, so that he can fuck off with that shit.
Frameshift drive charging.
Strictly monogamous when it comes to Thargoids. One at a time. Otherwise things get messy. And everybody gets covered in caustic green goo. Mostly me. I mostly just get melted. So here we are in the infamous Maelstrom system. All my fancy weapons are now going to melt. So Thargoids have a special anti-guardian weapon field in the system. So we will be running it all sign of Thargoid at the moment. Yeah, let's float.
Outbreak detected.
I'm going to float on over to the big orange fart cloud. And then you can at least see what it looks like. These big giant things that have been heading towards us for weeks and weeks and weeks have now arrived. And coincidentally now they've arrived, there's bloody Thargoids everywhere. Blowing shit up. Those pesky Thargos. You can get in without getting splattered. There you go, there go all my fancy guns. They've all melted now. My module reinforcements are dead. We are. It's a giant farty cloud of glass with a load of gas with a load of lightning going off in it, but you can also see there's these spiky things floating around. If you get near them, they explode and basically knock you back a massive distance. There's also a load of caustic stuff in this cloud,
Warning. Caustic damage detected.
which will start
Taking damage.
melting the hull. I do have a lot of hull reinforcement going on, so I will be able to deal with it for a little bit. Eventually I will have to turn around and get back out again. So yeah, they've basically got a load of anti-human defences in the forms of those mines floating around. There's the odd Thargoid ship floating around in here as well. You'll see them maintaining the mine things. And the Rift will talk to you. Systems are trying to work out which way I should be going. Failing mostly. Things are very... I think that's the centre of it, and you'll see in a minute what happens when you get near the centre of it. It does not like this.
Heat sink deployed.
Lots of lightning going off. Here comes trouble. It's not happy. Whack! Get out.
Heat sink deployed.
Still, I got some massive energy surge analytics out of it. But
Online.
yeah, basically we ain't getting into the middle of that anytime soon. If you go near the middle, that's what happens. And then your hull starts melting even more rapidly. At which point it's time to get out, get rid of the caustics, and
Shields offline.
generally reevaluate your life choices. Hope we do get rid of the caustics in time anyway. Because otherwise, I'm gonna melt.
Caustic substance dissipated. Thermal signature restored.
Phew. That's a relief. So yes, boys and girls, don't go poking your dick in the Thargoid nest. They get very, very upset. Right, I think we'll do for now. Now we've been and had a nosy where no human is meant to go.
Drive charging.
So yes, the Thargoid defense system basically says no, you aren't poking it in whatever it is that's in the middle of that cloud. You're going to fuck off. And I assume at some point we will get the ability to avoid that pulse or deflect it or whatever, and then we will be able to go and shoot whatever's in the middle. Because it will be shooting it, let's be honest. There won't be any friend making. As fun as that would be to be able to betray the entire human race just to get a shiny Thargoid vessel.
Frameshift drive charging.
Or just to be contrary. Running away with only 30% hull. That's what my life is like when I'm trying to do combat against the aliens. Womp. Everything's been melted. Oh dear. Can't even land at my carrier anymore, I'm that inept.
Communications established. We are ready to receive docking requests. Access granted. Proceed to your allocated pad, Commander.
Landing gear deployed.
I'm going to overshoot my pad now as well. Just because I came in too fast. There we go. The 8 million credits I made from shooting that one Thargoid has mostly gone on repair bills, probably.
Our services are at
It doesn't cost that much to repair, to be fair. Some more to redeem, I'll do it there. There, that's it. That's the little fart around the war zone I was going to stream. So now I've streamed it. So thank you very much for coming along if you came along. Now I'm going to go and do something else. Feel free to do the same yourselves. Cheers, goodbye.